Okay, we're back here at Old Time Garage and Gene's car is done. We'll just do a quick recap. We're going to take it off the hoist here and put it on a cart. So we'll just show you what we did here. So if we come up underneath, we've, if you remember in the other videos I did, I showed you we did a bunch of welding in here. We put some patches in and then we welded all across here, as you can see, and back in here. And we did all this underneath is all new. And back around in this corner, you can probably see it a little better. We've just undercoated this area. Now as you notice up inside, it's still all rusty. The fenders are ready to fall off. Poor Gene, he needs fenders. We're just going to leave it alone right now because like I said on the first couple of videos, Gene has got the frame down at my buddy's house. He's down at Bruce's house and they're doing the motor, suspension. He's going through all the mechanical stuff first, which is what you should do. So if you're watching this video, Gene, good on you. Because so many guys waste the time to worry about what the car looks like outside and yet they're broke down the side of the road because underneath everything doesn't work right and it's just a pile of shit, right? So Gene is doing it slowly. He's taking care of the mechanical. Then he's got a good, safe driving car, new brakes, dropped axle, new flathead motor, S10 5-speed, open drive shaft with a newer differential in the back. So he's taking care of all that. Bruce is doing the work right now on that. The frame will come back here. When the frame comes back, we'll mount the body back down with all new rubber cushions and mounts. And the nice thing is we took care of all the rust underneath the car. And like I say, I did a nice texture spray, if you can see that. It's all nicely texture sprayed. So we didn't do inside the fender wells, like I say, because there's no point. You can see the fenders are cracked, they're broke. Gene's just got to find better fenders for the back. It wouldn't be worth it for him to fix these fenders. The amount of money he would spend on the labor, he'd be better just to find another good used set. So that's the reason we left all that. There's no point wasting money, Gene's money especially, cleaning it up and undercoating up underneath there. It'd just be a waste of his money. The fenders are easily enough to take, they can be taken off the car later on when the body's back on, but this area is pretty hard to get to when it's bolted back down on the frame. So we took care of all that, and if you can see on the outside, if you watch a couple of the other videos, I won't touch it right now, but this is, we just sprayed some blue paint on here. Dave sprayed some blue paint on here for me. We cut it out, all in here was cut out, and we welded all new metal in, and Dave did the body work there. So we took care of all that, so that lower portion is done. So that's kind of where Gene's car is right now. We just wanted to show it to you before we take it off the lift. We're going to drop it down, put it on a cart, and we're going to put it back outside underneath the carport. You can see we took care of all the areas down here. But you can also see what I mean about his fenders. Look at how bubbly they are, how they're all they're just a mess. They're broken away from everything. Just, you know, the time you take these fenders off and sandblast them, just wouldn't be worth it. Dave's over there making goofy faces at me. My little piggy. Anyway, so yeah, so this is all, he's lost me now. Oh, I love you, man. Asshole. Anyway, this is all taken care of, so that's it. Like I say, we're going to drop her on a cart, get her the hell out of here. Dave is continuing working here on the little 57 GMC, as you can see. He's still sanding away and doing a bunch of body work here. And we're slowly getting to it. Taking care of stuff right there. So, yeah, that's about it. So if you're out there watching Gene, there you go. Your car's all done. About the only thing we're going to do when the car comes back is when Bruce is all done with the frame, before we put Gene's car back on the frame, we're going to strip the firewall down. And we're going to, here, I'll actually drop her down a bit here. Let's get her down here on the hoist. It takes forever because there's no weight. I think Dave is still walking by in the other room making googly faces. Oh, let's get her down. You need to have weight on this thing, so it takes a while. There we go. So yeah, once Bruce is done with the frame, before we actually put it on the frame, we'll strip all this right down to bare metal. May as well clean it up, strip it to bare metal, weld up the holes that don't need to be there anymore, and we'll just spray it a nice gloss black for Gene, because you may as well do the firewall while the body is off the frame also, because it's impossible to get in there when the motor's in there and all that kind of shit. And if you can actually tuck up underneath here, I don't know if you can, but you can see, you know, we texture sprayed all up inside the floors for Gene also, so it's all done. So it looks good and clean. So he'll be happy with that. So that's it. That's it. And we did up in here. We did up inside the wheel well areas. We welded all the patches in here. So like I say, this is not a high-end build for Gene. He doesn't want to spend doesn't want to spend 100 grand, doesn't want to spend 40 grand. He just wants to make a cool cruiser that he can cruise around in, have fun, and enjoy himself in. So that's what it's all about. And like I say, the good thing is he's doing it the right way. He's taking care of all the mechanical and safety issues first, which is a very wise thing. Like I say, so many people go for the bodywork and the paint jobs, and they do all that kind of bullshit. I know the guys that are usually broken down the side of the road because they didn't worry about what it was like underneath. It was all about the look for them. I got to have the car looking good, and I don't know. To me, it's safety first and the mechanical, because it's pretty embarrassing when you're on the side of the road with an old car and you're broken down, you know. So that's it. So remember, it's always a good time at Old Time. Is that right, Dave? It's always a good time at Old Time. It's always a good time at Old Time. There you go. Okay, guys, you have a good night. We'll talk to you later, and that's it. See ya.